Hi there, I'm Hillary Cohen, and I'm a recruiter on our people experience team at Seer Interactive. So let's get straight to it. We have all been on the job hunt before, right? From like endlessly researching companies to revising that resume a million times or crafting those unique interview questions. It's time consuming, we know. Now with ChatGPT, though, you're not starting from scratch anymore. So whether you're in that process now or you may be in the future, this will be for you. So I'll walk through some live ChatGPT prompts that you can leverage today to efficiently and effectively land your next role. So let me set the scene a little bit here. So I'm thinking about kickstarting my job search, and I just discovered the perfect position at Seer Interactive that looks great for me. So where do I begin? Let's jump in. So example number one, researching a company. So I'm interested in applying to Seer Interactive's paid media manager position. But before I submit anything, I want to better understand Seer and the qualifications they're looking for in this role specifically. So let's pop over to ChatGPT and see what we can roll with. So I have my prompts already set up here, and I dropped in, I'm applying to a paid media manager position at Seer Interactive. Can you tell me more about the company and their values? And you can see that ChatGPT has already prompted me with great information about Seer Interactive. And so while it's still really important to check out the website in full, right? You don't want to just run with this information. This is a great jumping off point. So we can see that ChatGPT has highlighted some really important aspects about Seer, giving me just like a little window into their values and what may be important in terms of how they vet new candidates. So for example, now I've learned that, a results-driven and transparent approach to the work that I do is going to be really important to highlighting to Seer in this interview process. So it can start kind of getting the wheels turning in terms of how I'm going to approach this process, how I align to it, the values of Seer. So this is going to be really important in terms of kickstarting my process here. So now that I've learned, a little bit more about Seer, I'm curious to understand the paid media manager role and the qualifications that are important to this position specifically. So example number two, understanding the role you're applying for. So let's scroll down. Another prompt here, I said, based on the information you provided about Seer, what are some of the qualifications this digital marketing agency might look for if I'm applying for the paid media position listed out below? What about typical metrics or KPIs for the role? So what I did here is I just found that job description, I copied and pasted it, and I dropped it directly into ChatGPT. And so what I'm really looking for is for it to kind of look over that job description and figure out, okay, what are the metrics? What are the things that they're looking for, the qualifications that are important, not only for this role specifically, but also just for the role in general for a paid media manager role. I want to make sure that I'm aligning to both of those aspects. So let's see what ChatGPT said. So I dropped in the job description. And you can see here that it said, for the paid media manager position at Seer Interactive, the qualifications and skills they are likely looking for include, and listed out some really great pieces here. So, that cross-channel management, that's awesome to see here. Client relationship building, leadership and mentorship. And then it also dropped in terms of typical metrics or KPIs for this role. And these are also really great kind of quantitative pieces that maybe I'm missing on my resume or that I forgot or didn't think about. So both of these in terms of qualitative and quantitative pieces that I can start thinking about in terms of adding onto my resume, adding some color to my resume. So these bullet points are helpful keywords, again, to start pulling over into my resume. So example number three, tailoring your resume. So let's see how ChatGPT can help bolster my resume so I can stand out amongst all the other candidates. So next prompt. Great. Based on my resume below, can you add some of these suggestions directly into my resume where it's relevant? And what else is missing on my resume that would be important to add? So what I did is, again, copied and pasted my resume directly into ChatGPT. And here is what it spit out. So it added some of those pieces directly into my resume. You can see it said, your resume is already quite strong, but I can suggest some improvements and additions to align it more closely with the qualifications and skills Seer Interactive may be looking for. Perfect. That is exactly what I'm looking for. So we can see that it's made some updates, which is great, directly into my resume. And then it's also even suggested some additional skills that I might want to consider and think about. So you can see that it said you might want to explicitly mention that you have experience with various paid media channels, including paid search, social, display, programmatic. Oh, that's great. Like, I was solely focused on kind of the paid search aspects, but I've definitely done some other pieces and other channels, right? Or, oh, great. Like, yes, I've worked with so many clients, but client relationship building is something, keywords specifically, that they call out in the job description. It'd be great to highlight that and add that directly into my resume. And again, only adding these pieces if they are true and relevant to the work that I've been doing, right? We don't want to be fibbing on our resumes or like adding anything extra in there that we've never tapped into. But these little tweaks can help my resume stand out. Awesome. So this is great. And I'm super excited. I've submitted everything. Fingers crossed, everything goes well. And good news comes quick, especially in this. I just found out that Seer Interactive is interested in scheduling me for a recruiter interview. Yes. All right. Well, I am so excited, but reality has just set in, and I'm just thinking about what kind of questions should I be asking in this interview? ChatGPT to the rescue again. So I have prompted, hey, I have a recruiter interview for this paid media manager role at Seer Interactive. Based on the job description earlier, what questions should I come prepared to ask that would be unique to Seer and this role? Lovely. Awesome. You can see that's pulled out the company values, that client-centric approach, paid media campaigns, measuring success. So this has set me up with 12 questions that are either a great jumping off point, great inspiration, or give me kind of a good framework to start working from in terms of questions that I can bring to my first interview. And that'll help set me apart from the rest of the crowd, which is great. So as you can see, with just these 4 examples and a few different prompts, ChatGPT can truly be a game changer when it comes to your job search. And it can help you save time throughout the process. It can provide valuable insight into the company values, generate those missing nuggets on your resume, and like I said, even create some of those unique interview questions. So it can truly be your friend throughout the entire interview process. So don't forget, the more you prompt, the more you'll get out of the tool. So keep going. Hopefully this left you feeling empowered to start leveraging AI and ChatGPT in your job search. So how are you leveraging AI in your job search today? Let us know in the comments section down below, and good luck, and you got this.